people hate this, you know, and you also hate this as a customer. But for businesses, it's an easy way to raise your revenue. But of course, it's not about growth. And it's interesting that creative approaches to accounting also can make difference in your numbers. But, you know, you cannot, it's just a game. And you understand this, and I understand this, and just don't lie to yourself. These four sources, as Slivotsky and Weiss believe, are just masks of the growth. Are just kind of, we just pretend to growing, but in reality it's not. It's not. How to measure growth? How to measure growth? How to understand your real growth? I just scared right now that it might be not, it might be yes. Okay, what to do? First, use numbers of in dollars. You see what your current annual revenue of your company, or for non-profit, what kind of amount of donation of funds you have this year. A. B. What was the annual revenue 5 years ago? Again, it just must be number. Then think about domestic revenue of companies you acquired over the past 5 years. It's about acquisition. So think how much this company could have made without you. And this is C. Again, it's just number in dollars. Estimate this change in international revenue over the past 5 years. Again, how much did you make because international expansion? Estimate any revenue derived from creative changes in revenue recognition policies over the 5 past years. So just tell yourself what's the difference in numbers because you're smart accountant. And again, estimate the average annual price increase for your products for the past 5 years. When you find these A, B, C, D, E, and F numbers, you just fill this or give it to your, it's nice exercise for your top management team or for your board. Then you can measure growth for your organization. And this is the formula. And again, it's Slivotsky and Weiss, 2002 Harvard Business Review. And in the last slide, you can find a full reference. But this is the formula. When you find this formula, you find the result is in percent. I believe it must be, instead of plus 5, it must be divided to 5. I'm sorry, divided to 5. Because you divided 5 years. Instead of here plus, please divide it, just type on. So as a result, you have percentage of your growth. And if this percentage is more than 5%, we'll discuss, go to A. If this percentage is lower than 5, go to B. What is A? It's good. Actually, A is good. It means that yes, your organization is growing. It's true. Even in this unstable environment, even in these problems with economies, etc., or maybe because it was a good time before, your organization is growing. And now we should decide if this growth of your company or your company is growing just because it's a good time. You compare the growth of your company with the market value growth. With your earning growth, your growth rate of your leading competitors. And if all these comparable or higher your core business growth, we will discuss on C. I understand it's a little bit confusing when we just go from slide to slide, but when you see a large picture of all this PowerPoint, it's much easier. And if it's lower, it's kind of lagging. We go to D. What it means? It means that if you go to C, it means that it's okay. you are in good shape, and if it's comparable or higher, it means that everything is okay, no worries. But we must understand, is it robust growth or it's just kind of short-term growth. If it's goes to D, it means that it's kind of growth, but not really. But if in our previous formula you had, do you remember, less than 5%, and I told you go to B, we are here, we are on B. It means that you are in trouble. Yeah, B is in trouble. It means that no growth for your organization, and now actually your organization is in crisis. In this case, as a manager, you have to make your, you have to face the challenge of having the discipline to invest the new growth while facing declining fortunes. Yeah, you're in decline. This is the reality. But you have to be disciplined enough to say, but I must still kind of continue going. And again, we will talk which strategy is better to choose. And these questions will help you to make right decision. Which activities can we scale back to free resources for growth initiatives? And what is the right growth sequence to maximize short-term gains while preserving long-term potentials? So these two questions can help you to find necessary resources, even in this not good situation for you, but to find the resources to keep going and maybe to change the situation. Now we are back to our A, when we kind of, higher than 5%, but it might be C or D. So C, are your growth prospects robust? And again, these are formula which you put all the data here, and you decide if it's higher than 5%, you go to F. If it's lower than 5%, you go to E. And actually, what you do in this formula, you compare the growth of your organization with the market growth. Oh, I'm sorry. The C is about the pace of growth you decide to choose for your organization. It's kind of for your next 5 years development. 5 years development. In this case, you will find the pace you want to you want to grow up next 5 years. And D is, and again about the problem. It means that you had the growth, but this growth was without considering revenue, return to investment, and market value. In this case, organizational challenge is for you moving quickly to avoid value collapse. Your company have growth, but if it doesn't have market value growth or growth of return to investment, it's exactly what you have to do. And these are questions which might help you. Okay, and the last is that E, and we told that this situation, it's kind of, you are planning growth, but you are in danger of growing in the right pace, in right directions. And here, an organizational challenge is forcing your company to focus on challenging growth moves in good times. So in this case, you just choose how it's better to grow. And you remember that we found this E option in our formula of the pace of growth for the next 5 years. So if the pace of growth we just see as real, less than 5%, it's exactly what you must do. You must find your niche. You must find the right timing for doing this. And the questions which help you it's what growth moves are open to us if you move now instead